Clarissa here, and Clarissa says it all, and that is how I feel. So with that being said, I was online and I was checking out something. I don't know what I was looking at, but I came across Nicki Minaj, and I seen that she is going to give some of her fans basically money to pay for the debt. So she's going to pay for people's student loans. Like, oh my gosh, that's so great. And especially for her being fans. And it's like, Nicki Minaj paid for my debt. I don't have to worry about that anymore. Like, that's a whew. So now I don't have to think about it and no more stress. Oh, woohoo! Great! Oh my gosh! Like, I can't believe it. Nicki Minaj is paying my debt. Oh, God. Yeah, you guys, I'm sorry. But truthfully, I hate to say it, but okay. So you'll see all these celebrities doing these kind of events, like giving money to the poor or donating this amount of money to March of Dimes or things of that nature. Now, I'm not saying that people don't have the best interest at heart, because she may have the best interest at heart, you know, because student loans are, you know, very strenuous, and it does become stressful as a human being to have these loans. And then you go into the real world, and then the jobs aren't like boom there. They make it seem as though like it's $1 million ticket, like the degree that you're getting is gold. Now, okay, sometimes you do have certain degrees that you can get you know, a job in automatically, but it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, and most likely than not, if you do get that, it's just, you know, based off of what you do while you're in school. You have connections. You have to have connections when you're doing these kind of things. So not to say that, you know, people don't go and apply and then do good jobs, because it just happens. You know, play your odds, your luck, and your karma. But, you know, in the reality of things, it's not that easy, especially with this economy. It used to be that easy. You know, it used to be a time where you go to the degree and jobs are just there in America, and, you know, that was the stigma. Degree, job. They conditioned your brain to think just like that. Now in 2017, not so much. You don't need a degree. And even back in the day, truthfully, you didn't really need a degree to do a job. It was just you basically feeling better about, you know, what you're doing, and certain fields of degrees. That's the thing. It's not everything is a degree. Now what they've done is like basically trying to have degrees for everything, when in reality everything doesn't need a degree, and you don't need a degree to basically get a good job or to be financially stable. You don't. But that's what they condition you to think that you need. And then you go, and then you get student loan, and then you're in debt, and then it's redundant. It's just like a circle process, and then you don't use the degree that you get, and then it's just, you know, that's just what happens. And then you have a degree, spend all this money for no reason. It's just, that's what it is, and that's how, you know, that's the society we're living in right now. Now, of course, there are some things that you do need degrees in, which is kind of like, you know, doctors, nurses, you know, all the STEM programs. That's what you need degrees for, as far as going out into the field to work. And that's just, you know, things, but not everywhere, and not even then, because you can be a social worker and not have a degree. I've met them. You can be you could be an assistant and not have a degree. There's all the things you could do. And the thing is, when you're in like a medical assistant without a degree, and it's just like through the bloodline, basically you just know what you're doing, and then you're basically like a nurse. But that's not the point. The point is, you can do that and get paid more than some nurses and more than some people. And sales is a big field where you don't have a degree, and you can make more money than people that are doctors sometimes. It's sad to say, but it's true. So with that being said, I just personally believe that Nicki Minaj is doing that as a tax write-off, because taxes are freaking expensive. I even owe the government this year, and it's ridiculous. So I know for a fact the rich stay rich and the poor get poor. So of course she's going to do something that basically is she's going to write off exactly how much she owes. She's going to go ahead and pay tuition for exactly about, you gotta give a little bit more, just so that she shows that she's doing good quality things for the world and giving out money, but it's around the same amount that she actually has to owe in taxes. And do your math, you'll see, because they do get a lot of money in. So think about it, it's a lot of money she may owe to the government. But of course, the rich stay rich. So what they do is they go and give to the people. They go and do things that they can show to the government, showing that they're putting out, their resources and helping, which then they can go back and file for taxes as far as, getting it at a zero, or even sometimes getting money back to them. But hey, what did I know? I just know that the rich do that. The rich stay rich and they write off taxes, and the poor has to pay taxes and they don't have anything to write off because they can't give anything because they have to pay and work and literally paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. Now, of course, artists are getting a fluctuation of cash that are coming to them at all points in time, in cash advances, when they're getting endorsements, when they are getting, what else? When they are getting like the advancements from the company that they're under, as far as, who they're actually employed with. They get all those kind of things to them directly. But the fact of the matter is, they still have to pay the taxes on the items that they buy, like their cars, their houses, things of that nature. Whenever they buy something, they have to pay taxes. Most likely than not, they don't pay those taxes. And most likely than not, when they get the, like their shows they do, most times the shows are in cash. They get cash. Well, I don't know if they still do now, but I know back in the day, I'm sorry, I'm talking stuff. I'm so old. I'm not that old, you guys. I'm just 22. But I know for a fact back when I was really into music and things like that, they used to get paid in cash, and with them being paid in cash, of course you'll pay taxes on that. So all of that, if you're getting most of your income, and most of your income is, like I said, millions, and you're not paying taxes on none of that, that's a lot of money. So they have to do some kind of tax write-off, like giving to the poor, like I said, or maybe to the homeless, or paying student loans, which is better than giving to the poor and student loan, and going to the homeless sometimes, because there's certain people she could directly point out and say, I help. Whereas when you just give, they just have to write all that they gave. But this actually says, I gave to this person, and this person. I did this amount, and this amount. So it's way more easier to strategize how they're going to get the tax write-off and how they get to zero, or sometimes in the positives, which happens, whereas we still have to go out and pay IRS. Just saying. Hey, it's life, right?